Welcome back to the garage. My name is Zane, and in today's video, since it's raining outside, we'll stay in the shop and talk about some of the swap meet stuff that I've ran across over the last few months. So if you're into that kind of stuff, hopefully you can sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. The first item to talk about that I paid 50 cents for was this USA made wrench. It does not have a manufacturer stamp on it. It's kind of unusual, at least to me. It says 3/8 on one end, 7/16 on the other, but when you flip it over, it's 9mm on this side and 11mm on this side. Kind of unusual for me to see one that's USA made but doesn't have the actual brand name. Again, I paid 50 cents for that, and I'll just throw that in the toolbox. Next up, that I paid $2 for, is this 7/8 Armstrong wrench. Really nice shape. I don't think this is actually very old. This is probably 80s or 90s, I would assume. I paid $2 for it. This other wrench I got is a little bit rusty. It's a 1-inch boxed in and open end wrench. Proto Los Angeles. Good quality made wrench. Still has the pebbling around the 1-inch insignia on the front and back. I've never seen one of these before. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there watching that probably even has one of these in your toolbox, but it's called an Adjust-A-Box. I paid $2 for it. I'm not sure how well that actually works, but I'll keep this in one of my toolboxes, and if the right occasion ever pops up, I guess it would come in handy, but for $2 I couldn't pass that up. Next item, if you're a gearhead, you cannot have too many tape measures. Usually buy ones like these that are small and throw them in the center console of all my vehicles. Family vehicles, if they ever need to measure something to see if a box will fit in the back of their car or something, it's always valuable to have these cheap tape measured. This is a Lufkin. I paid $1 for it. It's in really nice shape. This one, I'm not really sure. I would assume it was a Sears or Craftsman. I paid $1 for it. It's in pretty decent shape. It's a little bit slow to retract, but at the same time, well, actually it says Stanley. Stanley on the actual tape measure itself. Really nice piece, again, to throw in one of the vehicles around here, and if anybody needs to measure something, you don't have to pay $20 for a new one. This laminated padlock, I paid $2 for it. Still in the original packaging. Guard Security brand. Made in Brooklyn, New York. That's nice to see. You can also never have enough of these. These are cup brushes that fit on a drill or an air tool. Paid $1 for each one of them. These are the cheaper, newer ones like from Harbor Freight, but they're still worth $1, at least to me. This one is an older one that is a, I believe, Stanley. But that one right there would actually clean something without the bristles flying off and trying to hit you in the eye. So I thought that was a pretty good deal for all of those. Next up on the list is this Craftsman screwdriver holder that you can either nail up to the wall or mount on your toolbox. It's scuffed up a little bit, but it's not bent. It's actually in pretty nice shape. I only paid $1 for it. I buy quite a few of these tins. I actually paid probably a little bit more than I should have for this one. I paid $10 for it. A lot of the times I'll put either cutoff wheels in these and put them in the drawer of my garage. They do make it a pain for a little bit of the reason that you cannot see through the top of them, so you have to open each one to see what you kept inside. But I usually just put either cutoff wheels or drill bits in these, and then I'll put a piece of blue tape on here and actually label them for what's inside, so I don't have to play the guessing game. But I paid $10 for this one. It was in very nice shape. The lid opens and closes like it should. Barnum's Animal Biscuit Crackers. This is a newer can. I think it's supposed to be made to look like an older one. I paid $2 for it. And now that I'm a fool and I actually see the sticker on the top, it says 1979, so this is an older one. It's very clean inside. You could store a roll of sandpaper in there to keep it out of the weather or keep dust off of it. The next one is Old Dutch Cleaner. Paid $2 for it as well. It's nice and clean inside. Next on the list is Manning and McKay's cough drops. Now this actually has a hinged lid to it. Decently clean inside. I paid $3 for it. These are really good, again, for keeping drill bits inside of. Next on the list is Slade's Caramel Toffee. This one is hinged as well. This would actually be pretty perfect for storing those inside. Paid $2 for it as well. It's in really nice shape. Next on the list is Hawkman's. It's an old cigar box. This one's pretty dirty, but I can put some bolts in it if I need to and label them for what project they go to. Definitely needs cleaned out, but I mean, I only paid $1 for it, so I think that's pretty decent for what I paid for it and what I'll use it for. The next thing on the list are a few model cars that I bought. Now, I used to build these a lot whenever I was a kid, like a lot of you all that watch the videos. If you're a gearhead, 9 times out of 10, you started right here putting model kits together. Now, I haven't built any recently. I would love to start again in the future. But the first one I bought is this 1977 Ford van. I paid $3 for it, and there's a good reason. The guy wanted $8 for it, but since it wasn't sealed, it's really nice that you can check these kits out. And the body of it is absolutely smashed. I don't know if somebody tried to burn this at one time or what really went on. They used the wrong type of paint. But anyways, that's smashed and ruined. But everything else seems to be in here. The engine was started, but the chassis is in there, so are the axles. So I can probably get on eBay, since this is a newer kit, and find the body to this van, and then I'll have a complete kit that I can build at a later date and time. I'm not a big fan of snap-together kits, but this is a quick builder. It's the Shea Zoom by Boyd Coddington. It's sealed in its original box. It has a little bit of a tear here, and the box, I don't know if you can actually pick that up on camera, but it's kind of smashed. I don't believe that it would ruin this kit at all, so it's sealed up. This isn't typically something I would really buy. I paid $10 for it. I thought that was more than reasonable, especially being that it was a Boyd Coddington designed model kit. So I'll keep this and either build it one day or trade it for another one. I am a Dodge guy at heart, but I absolutely love the 55 and 56 Ford pickup. Now, I probably built at least 30 of these kits when I was a kid. A lot of the times they had Hemis in them, and they had a tilt nose like this one. This kit actually has a Ford V8 in it. I think it's supposed to be a 302. For some weird reason, I thought that it was something to do with the Val Kilmer or George Clooney Batman, but the Batman comic inside is just the old one, so I don't really know what was going on with that. This kit is complete and wrapped up in the plastic. Again, let me show you the Batman comic that's in here. But yeah, this kit is absolutely complete. Everything's sealed up in the packaging. I paid, I believe, $10 for this. Let me check the front of the box. Yep, paid $10 for it. I'll pay $10 for these kits all day long. I've actually bought quite a few of these that I haven't shown on camera, just last year, I believe. The next one, again, I'm not the biggest fan of snap-tight kits, but I bought this one. I was looking it over, and I noticed that it said tow truck on here, so that had me intrigued. It's not sealed, so I pulled it apart, and it actually, this is from a Chevy kit, I believe, but it actually does have a tow truck bed on it, and the boom is in the box. Everything's in there to complete this kit. I paid $20 for it. I think that's a little bit more than what I'd usually pay for something, but hopefully the camera's picking that up. I've got it at a weird angle on this table to show you the inside of these boxes, but I'd pay $20 for that, wouldn't you? Hopefully you enjoyed today's short video. Again, it was raining outside, so I couldn't work on any of the projects. But anyways, always remember that it doesn't matter if you're working on your project in a garage or in your driveway. What matters is that you go out there, you do the job yourself, and you learn more about your project, whatever that project may be. Now that this video's over, and hopefully it's not raining where you're at, how about you go outside and work on something? My name is Zane, and I hope to catch you next time.